Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready up. 58, Mike. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First down, Vikings.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's hit this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check out.
They run again on first down. Cook. A big play there out of Cook. Give him 58 yards on the ground. Obviously, so much on the line here. Everything on the line this season. So important to get off to a hot start. That run certainly helps.
Definitely provided it. Nothing different than what they've seen all year long. They want to continue to ride that momentum.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the carry, it's Cook. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Bravo! 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Now.
On second down. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Stay tight. Focus, defense, focus.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Switch gears. General West.
To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
I got Mike's 54. Mike's 54. All day, every day. Echo.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Mike 5-4. Watch the pass. Here we go. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Right there. 50. I got one.
They'll run on first down. Emery, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
I'm here all day. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, it's Allen. That is caught by Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 23. On first down, Emery. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Emery. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, good job defensively to recover. On third down, Emery. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Two-jet bomber. Switch. Gun. Hey, check 24.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Single.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Watch the curl. Mike's 5-4. Coming to you.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back to throw here. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They're going to look to throw. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Allen dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Andrew Billings able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Hey, team 6. I'm going to run you over. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Pick me up. Here we go. Right there.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it is also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
Gator. Hey, high 7. Get it.
2nd and 9 now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll run on 1st down. Emery, and he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Motion. Mike spot 4. Okay, double up. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Alert flare.
On 2nd down, Emery. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 1st down, Emery. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Ball up to the 35 now is on 1st and 10. Tackle made by Emerson Griffin.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Hey, here we go, watch the pass. Watch the middle. Rush in, rush in. Rush in.
On second down now. It's Cohen. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bears have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Check. Kill. Alert! Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
Mike spot 4.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
54. Brown 80. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D.
On second down, Emery. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want?
They'll keep it on the ground. Emery, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Let's get it.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Allen to throw it. He may try and run for this. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll let this go from... And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. In for the score as the Bears push further out in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They start the drive with Cook. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a run with Cook. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Check 31.
Go. Hey, Alpha.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Ready?
Back to throw now on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it. The end result, 21 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to the ground. Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
Hey, box truck.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Hey, Haywood. Now.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll drop to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right. They have had no room to breathe.
Go!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check 50. Joker. Motion. He goes to use you. He comes to me, it's me.
Now a give, right side. Emery fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Mike, 54.
Drop deep. He's checked.
Regular.
Mike spot 4. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
5 wide.
Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, I'm coming.
Now Allen. Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go. Check the motion. Check the call. Mike. It's coming this way. Here we go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 54. Go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
Let's go, baby.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. 2nd and 15. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Allen. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All game, play.
Mike 54.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, tight. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, hold. You think you gonna get this?
So Allen's going to look to throw, and he's got this one complete to Callaway. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 52. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check 52's the Mike. Check 52's the Mike.
Watch the run.
Last in. I got you. Let's go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 16. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. They'll run on first down. Emery. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the backer.
They'll keep it on the ground. Emery, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Ay, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating.